Welcome students to my class Accountancy Simplified. In today's class, I shall discuss accounting for partnership. Partnership account has a wide range of chapters having huge depth. So please listen to my class with all your attention for better communication and sound knowledge of those chapters. First of all, what is partnership? Partnership may be defined as an enterprise where two or more persons may join to run a business for the purpose of earning profit. In other words, partnership is an agreement between two or more persons for the purpose of forming a business with the motive of earning profit. The Indian Partnership Act 1932 defines partnership as a relation between partners who have agreed to share profits of a business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So it is very clear from the above definition of the Indian Partnership Act that it is a mutual agency amongst the partners. It is not mandatory that all the partners will have to participate in day-to-day affairs of the partnership business. One of them may carry on the business on behalf of the others. Now, what are the basic features of partnership? There must be an agreement between two or more persons. The agreement must be to form a business for the purpose of earning profit, and the business of partnership must be carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. The basic document on the basis of which partnership firm is formed is called partnership deed. Partnership deed is very important for partnership business as it regulates the activities of the partnership firm and the rights and duties of the partners. The partnership deed inter alia contains the following items or information. First, the rights and duties of each and every partner, the amount of capital to be contributed by the partners, the share at which the partners will share the profits or loss of the business, the capital account, whether it would be maintained under fixed capital or fluctuating capital method, whether the partners will be entitled to interest on capital, whether the partners who are actively participating in the day-to-day affairs of the business will be entitled to partnership salaries, and whether there will be any interest on drawings, and if any partner advance loan to the firm, whether that will attract interest. Moreover, provision regarding admission of a partner and provision for retirement of existing partners. If the partnership deed is silent as to the appropriation of profit regarding interest on capital, partnership salaries, and sharing of profits or losses, the partners will be deemed to be equal partners. They will share profits and losses equally, and the partners will not be entitled to interest on capital and partnership salaries. The partnership may be dissolved under certain circumstances. If the partnership firm is formed for a specific period, it will dissolve at the expiry of that period. The partners may jointly decide among themselves to dissolve the partnership firm. If any one of the partner is declared insolvent by the court, the partnership firm will automatically get dissolved. If any partner becomes lunatic or insane, the partnership firm gets dissolved. Or if any partner of the firm is charged with moral turpitude, the partnership firm gets dissolved. And if the partnership firm's activities are found unlawful, it may be dissolved by the court of law. Partnership firm became very popular in comparison to sole proprietorship firm as because of its sound capital structure, greater human resources, acquisition of skills among the partners, etc. etc. But the most important limitation of the partnership firm is that the liability of its partners are unlimited. According to Indian Partnership Act, every partner is severally and jointly liable for the partnership debt. So, if any one of the partners becomes insolvent, the solvent partners will have to shoulder the responsibility of the partnership debt. There was a famous case in England way back in 1904 under the name Garner versus Murray, wherein it was decided as to how the solvent partners will share the loss arising out of insolvency of an insolvent partner. So these are the various aspects of definition of partnership firms. Now we are coming to the accounting aspects of partnership account. Partnership account is varied and huge in nature, right from formation of partnership business to the dissolution of partnership firm. The maintenance of regular accounts of partnership firm is similar to that of sole proprietorship firm where there is only one owner. The only difference, there are more than one owner. The partnership firm do prepare annual accounts in the form of trading account, profit and loss account, and in addition they prepare profit and loss appropriation account, which sole proprietorship firm do not prepare. The profit and loss appropriation account is prepared with a view to record transactions between partners and firm. Now, what are the transactions between partners and firm? Interest and capital, interest and drawing, if there be any, partnership salaries, and sharing of profits and losses among the partners. These are the transactions which are recorded in the profit and loss appropriation account. Next comes the balance sheet. Under partnership, capital account may be maintained under two different methods. One is fixed capital method and other one is fluctuating capital method. Under fixed capital method, capital account is divided into two parts. One is called capital account for each partner and other one is called partner's current account for each partner. The capital account records introduction of capital by the partner which remains fixed, and the partner's current account record transaction between partners and firm in the form of interest and capital, interest and drawing if there be any, partner salaries, and sharing of profits and losses among the partners. Whereas under fluctuating capital method, there is one capital account for each partner. All the transactions relating to partners and firms, including introduction of capital and withdrawal of capital if there be any, are recorded in the single capital account. So in the balance sheet, in the liability side under the head capital, if there are three partners, there will be three capital accounts and three current accounts if the capital account is maintained under fixed capital method. But if the account is maintained under fluctuating capital method, in the balance sheet there will be only three capital accounts and not any current account as such. So these are the two different methods under which capital account may be maintained under partnership. Now, partnership has many other chapters, many other topics, like the partners may change profit sharing ratio among themselves. There may be minimum guarantee of past adjustments and minimum guarantee among the partners. There may be admission of a partner. Any of the existing partners may retire from the partnership firm. Any of the partner may become dead during the partnership tenure, and the dissolution of partnership firm. These are various aspects which are to be discussed in a phased manner in subsequent classes. So this is all for today, and before I conclude my lecture, I would once again request all my students and listeners to like and share my channel, and not to forget to click the subscribe button for better circulation of my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.